Okay, so we've obtained a decal for the Hafen, Cherub, and a bakery, and a Cygnus, and a Royal Flush, and a Galleon Crest. Where did these come from and why? I have no idea why. Alright, let's go back to the headquarters. Let's do a little bit of management before we do too much, because I have not been managing the Hafen that much. Okay. Yeah, I was doing squad stories. I guess for those of you that have been watching this on YouTube, well, I mean, it's not really a problem. Let's see. So we had lucky coin for the dodge. Oh, wait, no, these are items. Ooh, extra AP. You know, giving that to the Hafen might be amazing. Yeah, let's give him the extra AP. I don't actually know if that affects the tank. I hope so. I hope so. That's an interesting question. You know, it might not. Alright, we got a bunch of new decals for some reason. So, more AP, tempting. More accuracy. Reduced resistance, but extra accuracy and versus personnel. Accuracy, personnel, armor. Let's go for the extra AP, because what do we currently have? Resistance and accuracy. No, the extra AP probably will... no, that's like barely any bonus. Maybe let's go Bunny. Because Bunny is accuracy. And we still don't have any new... we still do not have any new camo. Anything for the glory? Nope, same deal. Alright, well, less management than I thought it was going to be.
There.
Yeah, before we started, I was asked if I've ever played Ikaruga on the Switch. The only shmups I've ever really played are Jamestown and Steriden, because both were pretty fantastic. I wouldn't mind playing more, but they're hard on my hands, and they're just hard in general. And, like, I don't mind losing in games, but I hate being stuck. And I always feel like in shmups, I'm gonna get real stuck. So I generally avoid them, in favor of anime, I guess.
Angie, I'll need you to clean and disinfect their wounds.
Okay.
Take care of him first! It's almost torn off! We can't reattach that. Karen, I'll need you to amputate and sew it up, understood?
Yes, Doctor.
Damage confirmed on the starboard side! There's a fire! Hurry up and put it out! Anyone with light wounds, return to your post as soon as you're treated! We've got enemy reinforcements coming!
Damn it! We're so close to the capital.
Doctor, I've got someone wounded. They need attention now! Idiot! Patient priority is the doctor's call, not... Captain!
Huh? We've got heavy blood loss from the femoral artery and severe burns on his right upper arm.
I understand. I'll do what I can. Oh, hang in there, Captain.
Captain? Everyone is...
I think I'm gonna start skipping the cries and screams of anguish. They start to get to me real bad.
We're still not getting any more speed out of the engine!
Damn it! We're not gonna make it!
Brian!
Claude, I'm busy. Wait in the hangar until further orders...
Don't give me that. Talk to me. I know the Cavaliers said something about a detonation. They want us on the ship and out of the blast zone. What the hell's going to explode? Why is it so urgent? What are we running from?
I can't tell you! This is bigger than the military. We're talking about state secrets. Either way, this isn't fast enough. We won't make it in time.
What do you mean we won't make it? What's about to happen?
There she goes again. Giving me the cold shoulder already? This was supposed to be our big reunion. Not gonna go after her, huh? I guess a handsome devil like you never has to chase the ladies.
We damaged the Centurion significantly. They won't get far, and we can track them if need be. Our priority right now is securing the Cavalier.
That thing's pretty beaten up by now. Still, I guess the Federation tech is a fine enough prize. Well, if that's the plan, let's get all up in there. It's been a while since I got to break out the CQC.
Wait.
Why? You gonna be lonely without me?
No.
What's wrong?
We shouldn't be here. Run.
Dear God.
No!
Does it hurt? No. Are you sad? It's okay. You're not alone. I'll be there soon. I have to hurry, or everyone's gonna die.
Don't give me an interlude. Okay, good. I was gonna be so mad.
It's chaos everywhere. We have to get this situation under control.
Captain hasn't come back. He told me to turn to you for a decision in an emergency like this. What are your orders?
How can I give orders if I don't even know what's going on?
I can't give you details. I don't have clearance for that. All I can say is when it's over, there will be nothing left. That's the only thing I can tell you. Claude, we need our final orders.
The ship is still moving. Don't talk like this is the end. I'm not giving any orders for a lost cause. As long as I'm alive, I'll keep fighting. I don't care what happens. Full speed ahead! Riley, come in!
Claude, what's happening?
We need this ship to go fast, even if it's just one more knot.
Got it. If it won't listen to me, I'll just give it some more tough love.
Break it if you have to. Just get us moving faster.
Will do.
Please, wherever you are, you have to go back. It's the only way.
Full speed ahead, Andre. Push it as hard as we can. I don't care if we have to break it.
Lady, I think we already broke our limits a long time ago.
You really pushed it to the edge, but we can do better.
Hey, you can't just...
It's fine. Claude's taking responsibility. I just have to do the best I can. The compression valve should be designed to handle more. I'm opening it all the way. The fluxometer, too. I think we can take 2 full revolutions of the needle.
Damn near incredible. Wish the kid could have seen it.
Who? Oh, you don't mean Angie, do you?
Yeah, she just wandered through here not that long ago.
Why would she come to the engine room? And where did she go?
Ah, who knows? I saw her snooping around the restricted area, so I shooed her away, but,
The Forbidden Sector is where we first found her.
Huh? What about your tune-up?
Just keep making the adjustments. I gotta go check something out.
Hey, where you going?
Just a little farther. I never knew it'd hurt so much. come in here. It says do not enter, see? I'm glad I found you. I was so worried. And you just promised me you weren't gonna run off again. Come on, let's go back to your room.
I'm sorry, but this is where I belong.
Angie? What are you...
Thanks for the coat. It was really warm.
Angie...
I remembered who I am. Well, I sorta remembered a while ago. There's something I have to do. It's the only way I can help everyone. I knew that, but I couldn't do it. I was having too much fun with all of you. I never felt so warm before. Nobody's ever been as kind to me as all of you were. I just wanted to stay with you forever.
Angie?
I'm scared, Riley, but I have to be who I truly am.
Wait. What's going on? Angie! Wait, no!
Don't worry. I promise. I'll protect you all.
Angie!
You're an amazing sister. Thank you, Riley, for everything.
You can't. Please don't go.
I realize those cutscenes are incredibly hard to hear. For whatever reason, cutscenes in this game have their own volume slider. Or not volume slider. Their own volume? Question mark? That is not affected by any of these sliders. And for some reason... Oh, no, the reason why it's super hard to hear is because it's actually... Oh, that's awful. Why would they do this? Set the volume for sound effects. This also changes cutscene volume. Why would you do that? Why would you have cutscene volume at the same level as gunfire? That's such a boneheaded idea. Because effectively, if we don't want to hear, like, you know, explosions left and right at, like, max volume, we're going to have to deal with the cutscenes being kind of quiet. Can't really do much about that. Just tie it to the voice volume. Come on. It's the other meter. Oh well.
It's over. Did you hear that?
That means...
This is the engine room. The main reactor's got power again. It just came back on, damn it.
She came back.
Brian!
Right. Give us everything you've got. Full speed ahead.
Hold on tight. We're kicking this baby into overdrive.
Are we gonna clear the blast zone?
God only knows, Brian, because I sure as hell don't.
Dragnet is reaching critical mass. Fission's unstable. A chain reaction.
All hands brace for impact. I repeat, all hands brace for impact.
Tell me what the hell's going on here. Brian, I need to know. Hey, you okay? Dear God.
Looks like we managed to make it into the safe zone. Don't look away, Captain. That light is our last hope.
Our last hope?
What is that?
Another one. Another one I couldn't save! God damn it! The last one. The last one, at least. I have to save her.
What the hell is going on here? Hey, about before. Whoa, are you crying?
She was so sad. I could hear her. I'm suffering. It hurts. I want to live. And even through all the pain, she wanted me to escape. Vault. I hate them. I'll never forgive what they have done.
Chromaria. Sorry, I think all this is over my head. But I know what to do when I see a lady crying.
Chapter 15. A Reason to Fight.
4 more chapters left. I think there's 18 chapters. I don't know if the 18th is the last one or an epilogue. Who knows?
Oh, yes. Yes. How could anything be so perfectly, achingly beautiful? It's heaven's light. The light of creation. An earthborn sun, crafted by human hands. A beacon of hope to light the path of mankind. You've done it, Al. Albert Miller, my dearest friend. Your final gift. This great Promethean fire you left behind will change the world! No. No. I am the one who will change this world as Al's friend. It is my privilege, my right. Yes, I will be the one to finally grant your wish. Only I ever truly understood you, Al. I was your friend, and so I work in your stead. I will see it done.
Angie, why? Huh? That wasn't there before. Is that a letter? This handwriting.
What did you say this ship's running on?
It's running on her.
What? The hell's that supposed to mean? Angie's just a little girl. What do you mean she's powering the ship?
It's not just the Centurion. The Cavalier, the Comet. All the ships were the same. Our ship runs on Angie's power. The power of the Valkyria.
So you wonder if you ever played any of the Disgaea games. I've beaten 1 and 2, but not on stream or on YouTube. I started the PC port of Disgaea 1 back when that first came out. No, that's gross. There's a random bug rolling around. Anyway, so yeah, I've played 1 and 2, but never on camera, not to any full extent. And I got kind of far in Phantom Brave, which I think is my favorite NIS game. But I have done a full series on Disgaea 5, with the exception of the post-game, which, like, good god, finishing that sucks. So I have played a number of the Disgaea games. I'd like to play that new remake, but I don't think I have time. Remakes are tough. However, if Disgaea 6 ever comes out, hell yeah, I'm playing that. I'm absolutely playing that.
Valkyria?
Yes. The main reactor is fueled by a Valkyria. Each ship was assigned one. On paper, they're civilian contractors. And the one assigned the Centurion is named Angie. Angelica Farnaby.
Wait, hold on. Just what is a Valkyria? I heard they're descendants of the ancient Valkyrer, who protected this land a long time ago. I've already been told that the Empire is weaponizing them, and that the Winter Witch is one specialized for combat. But you're saying the Federation has their own Valkyria? Not even as weapons, but as living batteries?
That's correct. Angelica has been modified to act as a power source. By exposing herself to Ragnite, she can generate energy far beyond conventional compression. She alone can produce enough energy to power this entire cruiser.
That's why the restricted area was so heavily guarded. You're using a human being. You locked a little girl in the reactor of a military ship.
Claude, she volunteered for this. She signed a waiver agreeing that she and her life belong to the military.
There's no way that could be legitimate.
On the contrary, it's a legally binding contract, just like the one you signed when you enlisted. It was an accident that she left the main reactor and met you all, and suffered amnesia at that. But once she remembered her duty, she returned to the main reactor of her own volition.
How is this even possible?
She and all the others volunteered for this initiative. They're doing whatever they can for their homeland.
But both the Cavalier and the Comet are gone.
Indeed. The Valkyria's fates are tied to their ships. They knew the risks. The immense propulsion power of the snow cruisers would be unattainable without Valkyrian support. And Operation Cygnus is impossible without these ships. This plan has been in the works for a long time.
I knew it. This was already being prepared even before Operation Northern Cross.
Correct. The United States of Vinland developed these ships and their tech. They are the hidden orchestrators of Cygnus.
This is insane. How deep does this rabbit hole go?
Are you going to abandon the mission, then? Would you betray your allies just to take the moral high ground?
Betray my allies?
For every day we move forward on the Crystal Sea, our allies on land are retreating from the Empire. As we speak, the Federation's death toll keeps on growing. Operation Northern Cross is a lost cause. The Cygnus fleet is the only hope we have of ending this war. And here we are, 2 days from the Imperial capital. 3 at most, even with combat.
Then, you plan on storming the enemy's capital with Angie still hooked up to the main reactor.
That's correct. Claude, do you believe the captain will wake up from this?
I don't know. I can only hope so.
We'll need a decision. Soon. Who else could make that call without being swayed by emotion? Please, Captain. We need you to wake up.
Okay, speak up. Who would walk away after seeing the people you fought for did this? That'd be a toughie. I would definitely... The problem is, like, I would definitely say, like, yeah, this would be the line in the sand that would make me be like, holy shit, no. The main problem is, if I found out that, if I already knew my enemies were doing this, and then I found out that my allies were doing this, I don't know what I would do. You know, if both sides are doing it, it doesn't make it better. I definitely wouldn't desert in the Empire side. The main question is just, like, which side is more moral about it? I have no idea. I think part of the problem is we don't see anything from the Empire side. And we don't know, like, what they've done to these Valkyria. You know, did they just modify them so they can hook up to the reactor? I don't know. The problem is, I've never been in a point of, like, moral quandary, or even a position of, like, authority. But, if I were in Claude's position, I'd probably be like, okay, I'm going to aim as high as I freaking can and get this shut down from the inside. But I want to say that's the, like, moral one? Well, that's, like, the ridiculous one, but also moral, but also, like, let it get worse. But there's also, like, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. You know, like, what is acceptable sacrifices in war? You know, what is one child with superpowers versus a whole country of children? I don't know. Like, I would say no matter what, the Empire needs to be stopped. To some degree. But I would definitely... I don't know. Luckily, I don't have to worry about it. I'd love to play a game like that someday where you actually get to, like, see kind of the consequences of this. You know, like, you go through the whole war, and then after the fact, you're, like, trying to like, make sure your country doesn't just go to shit after the fact.
That little girl was moving the ship? All this time it was her? What is this shit? Is this supposed to be a joke?
She was smiling.
Huh?
Angie, she was smiling. She said she had to go back to where she belonged. Then the door closed, and she was locked in. She was looking at me until the main reactor came on. She was smiling the whole time.
You think she wanted this?
I think she wanted to save us. And that was the only way.
But she's just a goddamn kid! We're using this child as a tool of war?
Read this.
To my favorite big sis Riley. First, I want to say I'm sorry. I wanted to tell you what I really am, but I just couldn't. When I got on the ship, I signed a piece of paper. It had a lot of big words, but it said the military would take care of my family after I'm gone. After that, I drank some medicine, and it tasted really bad, and I got really sleepy. And then I was in the Forbidden Sector, and the whole time I was in there, I was dreaming. It was a really scary dream. Lots of people were fighting. They got hurt and died. So when I woke up, and I met all of you, and everyone was so kind to me, I've never felt happier in my life. Even though there's a war going on outside, the ship is like a really big house with a really big family. But I have a family back home, too. There's my papa, and one little sister, and 2 little brothers. Papa just drinks all day and doesn't go to work. That's why we didn't have any money.
Jesus Christ.
But then men in uniforms came to my village. They told us to take an aptitude test. And that's how I learned I could be a Valkyria. I could be useful. So I made a promise with the soldiers. They'd give Papa money and help my sister and brothers go to school. And in return, I'd go away on this ship.
What?
To tell you the truth, I really didn't want to do it. I wanted to stay home with my family. But if I didn't help, they told me a lot of happy families would be sad, and lots of people might get hurt. They said it was my duty to help, so I decided it was the right thing to do.
Duty.
But you know what? I actually kinda liked being here. I think I learned something from everybody on the ship. I learned what it means to protect someone you love. And I learned why this war has to end. So I'm going back to the place where I belong. I'm really proud that I could help protect everyone. Thank you, Riley. And tell everyone else thanks, too. Goodbye.
Holy shit! What the hell is this? Claude, this operation's over. We're taking Angie and we're getting the hell out of here!
If we do that, this ship will stop dead in its tracks. They'd never make it to the Imperial capital.
You think I give a shit? What the hell kind of victory is worth killing an innocent girl? Riley, you feel the same way, right? Oh, come on, Kai, say something!
I think I finally see why my brother left the Federation.
Kai? I mean, Forseti. He knew about this?
He always avoided saying anything outright. All he'd tell me is that the Federation had been twisted.
Yeah, after seeing this shit, I'd say the same thing! I can't take this! You see what they've done to her?
I know. It's unforgivable, but...
Kai?
But in this moment, all I know for sure is that Angie is fighting harder than any of us. Angie wants peace. She chose this path herself. She's fighting her own battle, her own war, in the blue fires of that reactor. All we can do for her now is fight at her side.
An attack!
Couldn't even give us time to think, huh?
Riley's potential something to protect has changed into a child's wish. I would love it if the campaign against the Empire wraps up within, like, the next chapter or two, and then the remaining couple chapters are just going back and, like, smashing up whatever Federation there is. That'd be cool. I'd like that. It won't happen, but that'd be kind of neat if there was, like, a sequel game where it's just, like, Claude and company staging, like, one hell of a coup. That would be satisfying. Oh man, can you imagine that? A game like this, where, like, throughout the entire game they drop hints and even outwardly show kind of like, yeah, the Federation is better than the Empire, but they're not great, and they were doing some sketchy shit, and there's not some good generals. And it ends. And you're like, you kind of have that, like, bitter taste in your mouth. And you're like, you know, there's something wrong about all of this. And then the next game gets announced. Omen Sphere is doing this, actually. So I don't know how many of you guys saw my Omen Sphere series, but they put out a tweet or a blog post, like a couple weeks ago, and they said, like, you know, you look dissatisfied with what happened. You know, do you want to go back? Do you want to try again? You know, effectively, like, hinting that they're going to do an expansion or an update or whatever that allows you to get the perfect, good, satisfying ending. And, like, I like the idea of that, where either it's like a sequel or a DLC or whatever, where, like, it is maybe a little bit ham or something like that, but you really do get the Schadenfreude ending. And I think, you know, right now it's kind of like, okay, it's not so bad. Let's see. So you want to play a game that has you playing as a commander in a fascist military, presented in a way that a member of such a military would see it. Fed morals they might believe. Yeah, and I mean, it could even be a situation like this, where, like, the enemy they're up against is actually worse than them. But, you know, you have to use child soldiers, you have to do, like, this whole slew of things that make you feel kind of shitty the entire way through. But at the same time, the whole time, it is very clear that you're doing the right thing. Or you're doing the wrong thing for the right reasons. But then, you're still dissatisfied because you did a lot of wrong things over the course of the game. And it would be so satisfying if there was a sequel or a DLC or an expansion or anything like that, where it's kind of like, okay, campaign's over, you go home, and then you're like, nothing is changing. We're en route to being worse than our foes. And so you become effectively like, you know, big boss guerrilla warfare man, and, you know, take over the country, or, like, you know, effectively go, like, soldier Batman situation. What is wrong with my controller? Okay, there we go. That was confusing. That would be satisfying.
Come on, let's go!
Preparations complete. I'm heading out.
Riley, wait! You know Ragnite better than anyone, so I need to ask you something. That explosion that came from the Cavalier, was it... Did that explosion come from the main reactor?
The reactor's energy output is hundreds of times beyond whatever we could achieve through standard compression. But even with that kind of power, I don't know if it would trigger a chain reaction as massive as the one we saw. Look, I'm sure I could give you an answer if I had time to analyze the data. But I'm sorry, I'd really rather not think about all that right now.
No, I'm sorry. I was being insensitive. The squad we're up against is probably the one we fought before, led by the black-plated tank. I know you've got a lot on your mind, so for now, let's just focus on winning this battle.
Got it.
Who'd have thought HQ would personally request the Ausbruch for this assignment?
That massive explosion probably got the top brass panicking.
Can't blame him. If one of those things went off inside the capital... If it's gotta explode, make it happen on the Crystal Sea, far away from the capital. HQ's orders.
So we're the expendable pawns again, huh?
Not if I have anything to say about it. Crimeria's heading for the enemy ship from the other side. We'll distract it from the front, and she'll destroy it.
Destroy? If I recall, Belgar and Agent Forsetti seem pretty intent on capturing that ship in one piece.
Not happening. We are sinking that thing, orders be damned. Some things just can't be allowed to exist.
Huh? Well, destruction's fine by me. I'm just hoping one of our shots doesn't set the damn thing off, sir.
No worries. Crimeria's gotten better with her power. She's more stable now. She won't lose control. I'll look after her.
Yeah, whatever you say, lover boy.
Anyway, thanks to HQ's meddling, we're finally out of Doc Belgar's jurisdiction. Once we're done here, I think it's time for us to take a nice, long vacation.
To be honest, I was terrified of that Winter Witch when I first saw her. Maybe it's just me, but ever since she met you, she's gotten more approachable, more human. She's been acting, dare I say, cuter. I understand why you'd want to protect her, sir.
You might find she's a little too hot for you to handle.
Don't worry, sir. I'm not making a move on her. Got enough enemies without you trying to kill me, too.
That silhouette.
Lieutenant Colonel Waltz, the enemy ship's been sighted. We're moving at full speed to engage.
This is it. My soulmate and I get to have one last dance. I will protect the capital. My men, my motherland, and the woman I love. I'll protect them all.
Huh. Those 40 minutes of cutscenes. Oof. That's gonna be a whole episode.